Yo, what's up everybody?
Good morning from Chiayi. Today we are going to make our way over to one of the most scenic areas in all of Taiwan, Alishan.
That's right, and if everything goes to plan, we're going to be heading over to the place where it makes some of Taiwan's most famous teas first, before making our way over to the National Scenic area. It's going to be an awesome day. We're super excited, so come along and let's go. Guys, we have just arrived in Sizhuo. That was just under 2 hours. But before we do anything, I just wanted to share with you guys some information on how we got here. So we actually purchased our tickets from the Family Mart way down back in Chiayi, and we used the ticket dispensing machine to purchase those tickets, which was all in Mandarin, so we did have to use Google Translate. We actually bought the tickets from Chiayi to Alishan, but actually if we use the ticket machine a little bit better, you could probably stop right here in Sizhuo as well. So that cost us 240 NT, which is a one-way per person, but we can also use those tickets later on when we arrive in Alishan for a bit of a discount on the entrance price. So there is also a train that you could catch from Chiayi to Alishan, but that's like booked out way in advance. I actually tried to book it 14 days in advance, which is when the tickets are released, but it was sold out like straight away, so I don't know what was going on there.
It also doesn't get you the full way either. You still have to take a bus from there.
That's right. And so in the end, the bus is very convenient, and we are here and we are ready to eat something, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. Over to the restaurant, and what a restaurant it is. As soon as you come in here, you're hit with a beautiful view of the mountain range, and it is just so serene, and I'm so excited to dig into this meal. I've gotten an eel lunchbox, and it's got a whole bunch of different sides as well, so let's try some of the eel first, eh? Look at that bite. Oh, that looks fantastic. Oh man, some melt in your mouth eel, got all the lovely sweet flavors. It does have that slight like muddiness as well, but it's in a very good way. That is delicious. Chase it down with one of these eggs mixed in with an okra, right? Man, that is so good. I'm in a very happy place right now, guys. Fantastic meal so far.
It's a beautiful restaurant.
I've also got here a tea soup to accompany that. So you don't always find this in restaurants, but when you do get a chance to drink it, it's always good to have it.
Yeah, it came with our sets.
It's so unique because I can taste like miso flavors as well as like fish flavors, but then there's also the underlying tones of tea as well. So it's a very unique flavor.
You can have it with the rice too.
Yeah, that's right. She was saying, the waitress was saying that you can mix your rice into this to make a rice tea soup, miso soup. So yeah, interesting combo.
I think we're super lucky to get the seats up here because there's only 3 tables and we just happened to come at the perfect time to get the center one. And I love how pretty our set dishes are. I've gone ahead and gotten the salmon and it looks delicious. A little cut of that. Here's my rice. So like Peter, I've also got the thing that we can make it into a soup. And so if I leave some rice at the end, I can have a soup tea, soup rice tea. Let's have a try. That is delicious. It's a little bit crispy from being pan fried, and then it has the salty taste, which I always love, and it's very fresh too. And we've got all these little extra sides. This looks pretty yum.
Oh, you're eating her veggies today, eh?
Yes, I'm being good. Helps that it's doused in that sauce too. Tastes a bit like a miso paste, but it's a bit sweet and also quite salty. This is definitely going to be a delicious lunch and with the best view.
minutes uphill from the restaurant following the road. We have made our way to our first trail. Yin and I were deciding which one to go for, either the Mist Trail or the Sakura Trail. We were kind of like, whichever one we come across first, that's the one we're going to do. And we have made it to the Mist Trail, so off we go.
It looks like you've got yourself a walking stick.
I'm putting this back. I do not need it. I'm still young.
Hopefully we'll get some nice views.
I think so.
Maybe only took us, what would you say, 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10,
to
15 minutes.
Here? Yeah, the first little viewing point, and then we saw some stairs, so we came up this way too. And I didn't think that we would actually see any mist, given that we're here in summer, in the afternoon, on a very sunny day. But as we got up here, we could see a little bit of the mist coming in at the top there. But yeah, we're just having a quick stop, and then we're going to head back down to the bus stop so that we can continue on to the Alishan Scenic area. But yeah, nice view.
Look at that. We were just up there and we scrambled our way down, and now we've made our way back over to the Sizhuo bus stop. Waiting for our bus. Hopefully it should be about 10 minutes. We've worked up quite the sweat just to catch it. If we miss it, it'll be another 2 hours.
50 minutes later, the bus has dropped us off at the Alishan transport station, which is basically where the main entrance is, the Alishan
National Forest Recreation Area.
Thank you for the assist.
No problem.
But yeah, I'm glad we actually broke up our journey by stopping off at Sizhuo first. Not only do we get to have a nice meal and go get a little bit of a view from that trail, it also helps with the motion sickness because the road coming from Chiayi all the way over to Alishan is actually very windy, and I was feeling it on that first leg and then starting to just a little on the second part.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a good idea. So Peter and I have decided to do an overnight stay, but we ended up doing quite a last minute booking. We kind of just took whatever was available left. The place didn't have the most glowing reviews, but I reckon it'll be fine just for an overnight.
Yeah, we want to make it for the sunset tomorrow morning.
The sunrise tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's
morning.
right.
So tickets for here will be 300 NT for foreigners, I believe, per person. But if you hold on to your ticket stubs, then I believe we also get a half price off. So shall we head on in?
Yeah, very excited for this.
Yeah, let's go.
Wow, I can't believe it. Everything has been going to plan so far today.
Yes.
Yeah, so as soon as we got here, we purchased some tickets to head over to Zhaopeng, which is one of the 3 lines that runs inside from the township. And the tickets were 100 NT per person. And what this will allow us to do is walk over to the first scenic part that we want to see, which is the Sisters Pond. And we plan on looping our way over to some of the very old and mystical trees that are inside this
sacred
park.
trees.
Yeah, so it's very high up on our bucket list to do, and this is a very cool way to travel because it's one of the old red trails. gosh, this place is an absolute stunner.
Yeah, it looks so magical.
I cannot believe the moss formation on these tree stumps here. It actually looks like we're in some kind of fantasy movie or something.
It really does.
It is beautiful.
And then with the mist that was coming in before, easy to see why this is such a famous attraction.
Yeah, we're only like at the start of the walk as well. It can only get better from here, right?
I reckon. Let's keep going.
I actually want to bottle this memory up forever. It is that incredible.
This whole place so far has been utterly mesmerizing. And I'm so glad that we came in summer because Alishan is a mountain range and it's essentially in the middle of Taiwan. But because of its high altitudes, it's generally about 10 degrees cooler than the rest of Taiwan. And so here it's about 19 to 21 degrees and it's just perfect. It's so fantastic and absolutely serene and gorgeous.
We've made our way over to the area with all of the very old trees. It was just past the temples, and right off the bat, it's an incredible example of 3 generations of cypress trees all living on top of each other. As one dies, another seedling will land on top of it and draw from the nutrients to form another tree on top, and it just keeps on going over thousands of years. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
It's incredible. That first generation tree, I think, is meant to be about 1,500 years old.
Oh my gosh, look at the size of this tree. There's yen down there for size comparison. How many yens do you think would make this entire tree? I reckon 1 million of yen. Wow, it really reminds me of Tane Mahuta back home in New Zealand. But this is like Taiwan Mahuta. Absolutely beautiful. The last thing that we really wanted to do for today was get some oolong tea for our parents and friends all back home in New Zealand. And we're here with Wang Sifu, who's showing us some of the house oolong tea, was it?
Yeah, oolong tea.
Yeah, and we're just about to try some now. The process is called Gong Fu Cha, is that right?
No, we use the most traditional way to try this tea, which is different.
Different. Learned something there. Let's give this a try. That is so good. It's super refreshing. But the thing about oolong tea is it has quite complex flavors, so I can taste a little bit of flowers in there.
Does it have that nice lingering aftertaste?
It has the tannins, most certainly, that's just causing your tongue to sweat a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very nice. Oh man, that was such an awesome tea tasting experience.
Yeah.
We were chatting away there because only Taiwan's high mountain tea can be brewed 7 times, and so it lasted us quite a while. One Sizhuo was saying that the leaf has to have those 3 specific leaves to be able to tell that it's from Alishan.
Yeah, because they're all hand-picked.
3 leaf. It's only Taiwan's community can harvest like this. Yes.
This store has been open for 3 generations, and first generation was from his grandfather's time. And the harvest of the tea is first done in spring and then another time in winter. So we've actually got the spring harvest here.
Yeah, which is the first harvest.
Yeah, now bring that back to New Zealand.
Very bright and early this morning, but one of the top must-do things here in Alishan is to watch the sunrise. And hopefully we will be lucky today, because apparently you can only see it 100 out of the 365 days in the year. And it looks like we've got pretty clear weather. Our driver was saying that it's been the best weather that they've had here in the last 10 days, so fingers crossed. The way to get here is via either the train, that's the Zhushan line, or otherwise you can book with your hotel to get a shuttle to come here, which is what we did. And it works out to be about the same price, because it's 150 one way if you take the train, or 300 return. And yeah, same price for the shuttle. So looks like it might be coming soon. We've also been given this little piece of glass thing to look at the sun through, because it's apparently so bright that even sunglasses aren't good enough. And just like that, it's over. It happens relatively quickly, and because of like the tour groups as well that seem to be here, there's commentary and a whole lot of people, and quite hard to get a good view, but hopefully we got an okay one. It's beautiful, but very crowded in the morning, so be prepared.
Stopped off here to look at this old cypress tree, and you can kind of see it through the trees here. Look at how massive this one is. Really didn't expect this quick stop off, but how amazing is this tree? This is like the granddaddy of all trees.
I wish we caught how old it was.
Yeah, it's absolutely spectacular. There's so many different plants all growing on top of the tree, and it just looks ancient.
Well, it's only about 7 a.m., but it is time for us to wrap up this vlog as well as our stay here in Alishan. But before we do, we're going to leave you guys with a few final tips. So the best time to visit Alishan, especially if you want to chase the clouds and see those sea of clouds, is apparently between November to April. And if you want to check out the cherry blossoms, which also makes this place incredibly picturesque, it's supposed to be around March to April for that as well. But any time of the year is apparently a great time to come visit Alishan. As you can see, with us being here in summer, you just have to be able to account for the weather.
Yeah, speaking of the weather though, we actually booked quite a long stay in Chiayi, and the reason for that is so that we could check a couple of days beforehand on how the weather was going to be, and luckily we timed it so that we had 2 days of sunny weather. We booked a last minute accommodation to get up here. But then one thing to note is that some of the accommodations here in Alishan are very Spartan, but at the same time they're quite expensive. So it was 170 a night for us, unless you want to pay a lot more for some of the nicer accommodations.
Yeah, and all the hotels are pretty much grouped together as well.
If you want to buy reserve tickets back to Chiayi, you just make your way over here. You can only buy the tickets on the day, otherwise you can try your luck and use your Easy card.
Any other tips?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, well, in that case, we hope you guys enjoyed following along for our vlog. And if you did, please do remember to give us a thumbs up. Drop us a comment. We always love hearing from you. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if you can, please share our channel and this video, as it does help us. And we appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
Catch you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.